guys, so today we're going to be doing a young military marriage Q&A. I don't really know what I'm going to title it yet, but I asked you guys to ask us questions about getting married young, so I guess a little backstory. We got married at 18 and 20? 20. At his BMT graduation, and I was still in high school for like 6 months of our first year of marriage. Definitely not normal, I don't think. We're gonna answer questions about it because I'm sure a lot of people are curious. We'll start with an easy one. So this one was asked multiple times. It is, how did your parents feel about it?
About what?
About getting married.
Getting married or coming?
Yeah. How about you answer for your parents and I'll answer for my parents?
Okay. I think my parents were surprised.
That's all you have to say?
Yeah.
My parents, I don't really know how my stepdad felt about it. I think he was pretty much fine with it. He never said anything negative or against it. So, and my mom, she was happy for us. We had been together for a long time. We had known each other for a long time before we decided to get married. So I don't think they really were worried about it. They trust me. So, hardest thing about year one that you weren't expecting. What do you think the hardest thing was during our first year of marriage?
No, I don't think there was anything really as hard as... If it'd be different if we had children. I think that's the worst thing you can do is have children.
Oh my God.
The first year you're married. But
You're
sometimes it happens.
people.
I know. Sometimes that happens and makes them a better person. I wouldn't advise that.
Okay. So I think it wasn't really unexpected though, because I think everybody feels this way. So I think it's just getting used to like the annoying things people do that you don't think about before you live together. This one is, any advice about enrolling in DEERS or getting your ID? I'm getting married this month. He did all of that for me.
We need to be more specific, like the scenario, like has he been stationed somewhere for a while, or has he already been, like is he going overseas and you're trying to do that, or is he with, like you guys already together? Like it just depends. You can go to any military installation. You can Google DEERS locations.
Oh, I can answer the ID question. So when I got my dependent ID, he was in tech school. So I drove to the nearest military base, which was in New Mexico. It was 2 hours away. If you have the paper to get your ID, they'll let you on base to go get your ID. And I went to, what is it MPF? Mm-hmm. MPF. Well, I made an appointment, right? I think I made an appointment. I think you have to make an appointment. And got my ID, and it's really simple. Everything else kind of depends on your situation, and I don't think dependents can enroll in themselves in DEERS, can you? I think you have to do that.
You have to be there together.
How do you recommend adapting to military life?
You would have to PCS first, because that's where like the biggest things happen.
It's when it's like your normal life.
If it's any different, it's just a lot of things you can't do. And there's a lot of paperwork you have to do certain things.
So basically what he's saying is, it's just like civilian life, but
except you have to ask somebody to do it.
You have to have permission to basically go somewhere, like go on vacation. Like for us, if we leave, or if he leaves the island, he has to have like permission. I guess TDYs and deployments aren't really a normal thing. It's the normal for us. I don't know anything different, so. Well,
if your spouse can live with you in the area that you're at tech school, that's the best way to get adapted to it before you get to your first base.
If you had one piece of advice for young couples, what would it be? I think it's really basic to say this, and everybody says it, but it's probably because it's good advice. It's don't, I guess, dwell on the little things. Like, get over the little things quickly. And I feel like we're pretty good about that. What do you think your piece of advice is?
Do things together often.
I don't know, we're not the best at advice, I guess. We're married for 3 years and we don't even have good marriage advice. Are you doing the full 20 years in the military?
Yes. Anything could happen, you know. The plan is to.
Did you struggle with judgment from peers or other people?
I don't think so.
Like other than your like family or whatever. Like,
I think when people see others do well, they don't.
But like at
sit
first.
well with them.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people tend not like to see others do well?
So for me, because I was still in high school, I was a senior in high school when we got married. I was engaged, obviously, first for like 2 months. Knew we were getting engaged, so I'd already told a couple people about it. At first, I think, because you know those people in high school that, they're just like, kind of like, is it pathological liar? Is that what it's called? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like where they just like, I mean, it's not even just in high school, it's all throughout school, where they just like say things and they're lying and everybody knows they're lying, but everybody's like, oh, okay, yeah. That's what people thought I was doing. Like people thought that I was lying when I said that I was gonna get engaged. Then I got my engagement ring. It was kind of the same thing still, like, oh yeah, sure, okay, you're getting married, like, haha. Then we got married and I changed my last name within the first week, I think. My last name changed in the school system, so all the teachers could see that my last name was now his last name. That's when people were like, oh, like, she really did that. Teachers would ask, oh, like, your last name already changed. Wow, that was fast. And it's like, yeah, I got married, but would have, and it literally, I don't think it was the peers, like the people my age that were judging, it was the teachers and being vocal about their judgments. Like I'd have like a couple people ask me like, oh, how does your mom feel about that? Like in a very judgmental tone. And it's like, she's fine with it. She's aware that I got married. That is what I experienced. You find community.
Community as far as?
Like friends, I guess.
Oh.
We don't have friends. There's at least 2. I don't know. I said in my other video, I really hate like small talk. I hate reaching out to people. I hate all of it. So I really am not good at that. But I guess if you like are good at that stuff and you like that stuff, the like spouses pages, Facebook pages, but you can find friends through them. Of course, like if you have a job or something, you're gonna meet people that way. Favorite quality about your husband? And I'm gonna make you answer one too, because I shouldn't just have to answer this. I think my favorite quality about you is, it's also like one of your most annoying ones too. So it's like love-hate relationship with it. It's how like silly you are, and like you're just always like messing around, like just doing something that is about me.
The creativity you have.
Oh, that's sweet.
As far as like everything you do, like this, and then just like being able to plan things out.
Is our favorite thing to do together?
Probably traveling.
Yeah, we love to travel together. Obviously, that's not like something we can do all the time.
Not getting there and leaving, but being there where we go.
Oh yeah, the leaving is so sad. Like when we were leaving Bali, I literally wanted to cry. Like,
and getting there is so stressful.
My favorite thing to do together, other than traveling, because like that's something I love to do, but we can't do it all the time. Like at home, is just like either going out to eat together, or just like sitting and watching TV together. There's one more. In 3 years of marriage, what is one thing or like the biggest lesson you've learned?
Time is important, I would say. Once you get married, it makes you realize how it distances you from like your family and stuff. Realize how
well,
much
we live
important time
overseas,
is.
so it's different. Because if we lived, say we still lived in Texas, even like 3 hours away from family, we would see them probably all the time. For me, I think, and we're still not perfect at this, and I don't think anybody ever will be, knowing like what your partner expects from you and like trying to do it, being aware of like what your partner expects and just doing it because you know it's gonna make them happy. Really, any like argument we have is like little things. If you just get them done, you don't have any issues. You know, that's our answers for all of your questions about getting married young. If you have any other video suggestions or questions, leave them down below. Hopefully we answered these decently. Some of them are kind of hard questions to answer. Thank you so much for watching.
Everything we need right here.